Hi, and welcome to the first ever Just Us Idiots podcast. And I am being joined by.
Hey guys, it's me, Alex.
Great, great introduction. Love the energy. Um, so we're
What, you
here.
didn't like my energy?
I loved the energy, kind of, sort of, not really, but it's fine. It's okay.
Mmm.
Kidding, kidding. Much love. Anyways, so
Sure.
uh sit back, relax, and listen. Well, I'm not ordering you to do so, but if you want to listen, I mean, sure, you're in for a treat for about an hour, maybe less, maybe more, who knows. But these are pretty much made so you can sit back, relax, and just listen while you do schoolwork or classwork. I don't know how. um or, if you want to listen to us before you go to sleep, that's your right. But I wouldn't recommend it. We're not very, um,
We don't have soft voices.
we're not very,
I would say
calmish.
we're pretty loud, especially you.
Pretty. Hey, hey, that that was uncalled.
Am I lying?
I am
Okay,
a
let's
extreme-
let the audience have their own opinion after this episode.
Now I'm gonna like higher your volume and lower mine like to the lowest.
Oh, just because you have power over editing. This is
Yeah,
going
good
so
power.
well.
Basically, guys, chill, relax. There might be some visual cues if we ever need to, like if there's something that's necessarily um, relates to a joke, or we're talking about something but we need a visual cue. I will probably be looking a lot of stuff up, and if I do, I might include it, I might not. So if you want to look, you can look, but you don't necessarily have to. Also, if you want to check out our social medias, my stuff is located in the description.
And I hope mines are too.
They should be. And yeah, it's gonna be a fun hour. Um, enough with the
Enough
the
with the introductions.
yeah. Let's just get this started. So, um, let's start off with some nostalgic type of things. What was like a biggest um like show or that you would watch as like a kid, like cartoon or
Mm.
otherwise?
As a kid, my favorite show was SpongeBob SquarePants. My mom will attest to this. I had almost everything around me
What
SpongeBob.
what season was your favorite?
I wouldn't know as a kid. I just had the DVD sets. They
I
were just
guess.
the classic episodes.
Yeah. I get it.
Because
My
the
person.
classics are the best.
Do you have a favorite season now? Is the important question.
I didn't really catch up with the seasons. Like, I didn't really pay attention to them.
I don't
There's,
either,
it's
but from what I remember, I think a lot of season 4 episodes were probably like the greatest, in my
mm,
opinion. Don't at me, people,
don't
please.
at me. Don't start a war in the comments.
Yeah, that would not be great. Cause it's saddening to know, like, oh, you guys didn't like my episode.
You
Um,
didn't like my episode. You didn't wear the pickles.
I think. Oh man, I hate pickles. But
I hate pickles too.
pickles are disgusting.
Sorry
Um,
if you like pickles, but we don't.
I don't care. Pickles are trash. Like they're expired cucumbers sitting in brine. That's like saying that grapes and raisins are the same thing. They're not.
They're not. One's literally so dry.
One doesn't have any juice, and one is full of juice. There's a clear difference. Anyways, I think one of my favorite shows was
Someone.
Probably iCarly.
Oh, that's a good one.
I can't really sing the theme song because of copyright, but
Mm.
yes, its theme song was on point. It had some great, sort of relatable characters. Um, yeah.
I really liked iCarly as a kid too. I actually had an iCarly backpack when I was in elementary school. I forgot
I was
which grade.
I was a kid who would watch the bootleg DVDs and like obsessed with like the season of the bootleg DVDs.
The
Yeah,
bootleg DVDs that they would sell in the front of the stores.
yeah, pretty much like the first and the
Yeah,
third. Yeah, yeah, good
that's where
stuff.
you get those movies. Those
Well,
bootleg.
I didn't want to say Pokemon is my favorite because I mean it is. It's obviously like the greatest thing ever made in like mankind. But lately, Pokemon has kind of been bad.
I don't
I
keep up with Pokemon stuff, so I wouldn't know. So I'll take
I
your opinion, I
stopped
guess.
I stopped really paying attention to Pokemon after Generation 5, um, which was in the Unova region. If you guys know what I'm talking about, then yes. But I stopped. I had a bunch of the games. I had like the first versions and the remakes. They were pretty good. Um, Favorite generation would probably be two. Okay, four or five.
Mm.
I said two at first because um, silver and gold were pretty good. So was crystal, but that's besides the
I
point.
I know nothing about Pokemon or the games.
Yeah,
I'm just sitting here just nodding my head.
yeah, but they were pretty great. Um, that's actually how I learned a lot because I would want
Mm.
to rush through my work to play Pokemon.
Mm.
First ever game I had on my a game. I had the Game Boy Color, the Game Boy Advance, and the really like the fat one that kind of looked like a I don't know how to explain it. Um,
You're not talking about the GameCube, are you?
no,
Is
no,
it a
no, no,
handheld one?
no. Well, they're all handheld, but um, because I had the Game Boy Advanced SP and the actual Game Boy Advance, and like they were pretty good. I don't have them
Mm.
anymore, or like I have them, but I don't have the chargers for them. Um,
Oh.
yeah, but man, they were the greatest.
Unlike me, my first gaming thing ever was the V Smile.
Okay, first ever gaming thing was I was I didn't get but we had a V Smile, but I never really paid attention to it because I figured out it was educational from like very early on, and I was ah, I'm not trying to do education. Um,
What you mean?
but
That's where it's at, man.
no, no, no. But at one point, there was a game on the V Smile, um, that like you were. It was something to do with like there were bad people. Well, obviously, like all of them kind of were like that, but like there was bad people and um like you had to help out monkeys or something. That was
I
kind of
think
like
it was the alphabet one. I think you're talking about the alphabet one? Did it have to
some.
do with alphabets?
I think so.
Yeah, because that's the most, like, kind of, not, I guess, iconic or most known V Smile game, because other than that, they are the Disney ones. And then I
I
remember I had a Dora one as well.
Yeah, there was the Dora one. There was Toy Story. Um,
I had the Finding Nemo one and the
Find,
Cinderella one.
Finding Nemo is the goat of all time. Like greatest movie ever. I saw it so many times, but I never memorized the movie like those people that could watch a movie in their head.
Yeah, but that was my first gaming thing ever. And then a couple years later, it was the Nintendo DS. I had an
We
upgrade.
yeah. We had all of that. We had like the V Smile, we had a GameCube, we had like all of that good stuff. But even after like the 3DS came back, I still came back to playing old school DS, like Pokemon stuff, and like
Hmm.
Game Boy Advance Pokemon, Game Boy Color Pokemon. Like I loved that because the pickles,
Not the pickles.
the
Why
pixel,
did you bring up the pickles?
the pixels were like so nostalgic to me. So
Mm.
that's also kind of why like I stopped playing Pokemon because I had to buy a new system and I wasn't trying to do all that. Um, but yeah, Nintendo is pretty great. Um, what you do not agree? You spent a
No,
lot of
I
your playing Animal Crossing, like for like
yeah.
no, that's all you ever did.
When
Ever.
quarantine started, but now I don't have time to play Animal Crossing.
I know school.
Like, I haven't played for months, and now I know the villagers are not gonna recognize me because that's what happens. They're gonna
I
be like, "Where have you been?"
yeah. Yeah. I knew a guy that only played Animal Crossing on like special events. Like he had it all in his calendar. Like, oh, this is so and so's birthday. This is so and so's birthday. This is my birthday. And like he'd only go on like holidays. Um, and they were like, "Oh, I haven't seen you, but like you're here for my birthday. Thanks." And I was like, "Dang, this guy gets welcome back gifts and birthday gifts and holiday gifts. He's capitalizing."
He's
Uh,
capitalizing.
well, he kind of was.
Yeah, I don't get to play with my Nintendo Switch as much. My sisters do, so. Yep.
Yeah, I've been pretty busy doing other
S-
stuff.
School stuff.
We don't talk about school.
Okay, we won't.
Yeah, but, I'm excited for Thanksgiving break coming up soon. Well, for me anyway. Hot loser.
Ryu, you
Yeah.
lucky bastard.
You
I don't know why she's making us go to class on a Monday, even though it's supposed to be a week off. But anyways.
yeah. I didn't want to say anything. Um. Yeah. So. Mm-hmm.
Anything special going on soon? Or have you done anything interesting today?
Today, um, I I I I kind
Hmm.
of I so I did all my classwork for school and I was done. And it was the break.
I thought
So
I thought school was off topic.
yeah, it is. But I'm not talking about school. Um
Okay.
so after like I literally just popped in for 3 seconds. My teacher's like, "Hey, you're just checking in, right?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, good." And I was like, "Well, I have 4 hours of free time before my parents get home from work, or like my mom or
Hmm.
whatever." And I was like, "Cause she's at a meeting, or like there was something that wasn't so that was something of importance. I can't think of now that I was like, I don't have to do anything for another 4 hours." So I took the fattest nap ever. Like it was
As
the
you should.
greatest thing ever. And I woke up like way past noon. And I was like, ugh, and I was so tired. And my mom's like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, great." And she's like, "Did you sleep well?" And I was like, "Yeah." And like, it was so good. And that's what I did today.
Mm, interesting.
Mm-hmm. What about you?
I had to wake up kind of early this morning because I had to run errands with my mom. She had
Uh-huh.
to pick up stuff, and then we actually went to Target, and I found at Target a Coraline doll, and I have a Coraline doll now.
I saw that. You posted it.
I posted it because it's one of my new favorite things now.
It is your child
I
now,
have,
no?
yes, it's my new daughter. And I
Uh,
was
I
debating about if I should take it out of the box, but my mom was just like, "No, you should keep it in the box." But I want to feel it. I want to feel the material of it so bad.
buy another one and open that.
I'm not gonna buy another one.
Personally, I would, but I
You
would
you
actually
would.
ever put a doll like that in my house. Ever.
Why? Why?
Because it's not that I'm scared of the ghost, but that movie was so creepy, and I was such a young age, that like I didn't want to deal with any of that.
Yeah,
You
the
know,
movie when I first saw it as a kid, I did not watch the whole thing because it was scary. But when I grew up, I love the movie now, so I'm not scared of it anymore.
it's hilarious. I when I was a kid, I couldn't watch Coraline, but I could sit through all of Insidious without flinching.
Some people are just built different.
Now I'm a little wuss and I flinch a few times, but
As you were always trying to play Resident Evil.
hey, hey, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about it. All right. I know I've
Okay,
been
fine.
I know I've been playing it for a week and haven't made any progress, but we don't talk about that. Okay.
Okay.
Dogs be attacking me. It's not my fault. I do recall one conversation we had where you were asking me what I was doing, and I casually just said, "Oh, I just stabbed a dog," and
Yeah. I
yeah,
was
yeah,
so confused because I was like, there's no way he actually did that. He must
yeah,
be playing a game or something.
yeah, yeah, and you didn't actually like put two and two together until I said, "Oh no, I died," and then you're like, "Oh yeah, he's playing a game." Of
Yeah.
course, you really think I would stab a dog?
I knew you wouldn't, but in my mind, I was just like, what?
Well, I mean, I have fought a raccoon.
If it
Um,
was a very vicious dog and he was trying to kill you, maybe that's
I'd
understandable.
throw a sausage in the other direction and run. Yeah, I would never hit a dog because I love dogs.
Okay. I knew you wouldn't, but it just sounded weird reading that
Well,
message.
yeah, but I mean, if you knew my character, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, he would. He wouldn't."
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
had my sweater torn up by a dog, and I still smiled and patted it.
Good doggy, pet pet.
Like the owner thought I was like gonna be so mad because like that was like one of my favorite sweaters, and like I was petting the dog, and then the dog didn't want me to stop petting it, but I had to get home from school, so it jumped up on me and started like
Mm.
viciously like not biting but playing with me. So I had like bite marks in my sweater, like messed up torn sleeves. I stitched it up, or sewed or whatever you say. Um, but I don't want to wear it anymore because there's a fond memory of me getting by a
Ah,
dog for not petting it. Not like I wasn't being mean to the dog.
what was that?
So I wanted to see, um, if we were in a deserted island, who would be one person or thing you would take with you?
Who would be one person or
Or
thing?
yeah, what is one person or one thing you would take with you?
I don't know anybody who would be mentally stable with me to be able to be in a deserted
I feel
island.
attacked because you were wrong in that statement. I,
Oh, how would you survive being in a deserted
okay, first of
island?
all, I would take one friend, maybe one friend, or maybe like a utility shovel or a utility something. Um,
The same shovel that Mark had.
no, I saw this one utility shovel at the thing that like it's literally just a shovel and a knife, and I think that's all I would need. I also saw a you kind of like a utility machete because it has like two scabbards. One is for the actual machete, and for some random reason on the other side there's just a random like thing of rope, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense, like, you know. Um,
Mm.
so I'd grab either one of those or probably like a friend of mine because I need someone for comedy relief to keep morale high. But I will worry about, all right, do we have food for the evening? Like, do we have this? Do we have that? I wouldn't worry about water because, well, I mean, we're kind of surrounded by water if it's an island. Um,
But it's gonna be salty
yeah, and
water.
that's why you just create a fire and boil it.
Mm.
Or, typically islands have some sort of food source on it. Sometimes it's a coconut, sometimes it's berries, sometimes it's some type of tree. Either way, there is a slight amount of liquid inside of said item, so you just collect it. Don't harvest
Mm.
the plant, like dig it up by its roots, but like just you know collect it.
But which friend would you take with you? Like, do you have anybody in
Okay,
mind?
if I could take multiple friends, and if I have to succumb to cannibalism.
If worst comes to worst, gotta eat the homie.
Oh, she would want me to survive.
Oh my god. Is this the person that's you said Sims for you?
No, no, never, never,
Okay.
never, never.
Oh my god. I can't tell if you're being
No, 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 no.
sarcastic
I'm
or
not.
not
I'm,
at
I'm,
this
I'm,
point.
I'm being completely clear.
Okay.
There is this one teacher that I never liked, so I'd bring them along, and keep them in semi good condition.
You would just keep the teacher in good shape.
Yes, I
So
would
when
keep.
worst comes
I
to
would keep the teacher.
worst,
In shape. Yes,
meal.
yes, exactly. I would keep the teacher in good condition, just in case I need to. Bam.
Oh my
Look,
god.
I said worst case scenario. Worst case.
I
If there's no
know.
food, if there's like nothing that I can take, which I doubt there would be nothing on a desert. What do you think is gonna be just a bunch of sand? What is this? The Sahara Desert? Like even the Sahara Desert has cacti. You know?
Cactus juice. Nothing's crunchier than cactus juice.
Exactly. So
I don't think you got that.
now what about you? We talked I am not a cannibal. For the record, I am not a cannibal.
But if worse comes to worse.
Look, I never said I would enjoy it. It's not like I have like, oh, I'm gonna make foot soup or something.
I know, but it's just funny. Don't everybody don't take this seriously,
It's what
okay? This is just a
it's a
joke.
joke. I would never do that. I would probably die before I succumb to cannibalism because eating another person, like, what if they got a disease? And I'm kidding.
Ugh.
But seriously though, like, can you get diseases from eating people?
Probably.
I'm thinking.
I don't know about any like cannibal cases that I don't know that many cannibal cases that much. But I'm pretty sure.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: if we're on a deserted island, no mask mandate.
Oh my god.
Just make my own like republic. Because think about it: if I have two people on that island, who are well, here's the thing: if it's a man and a woman, it could repopulate. However, if it just so happens that I'm with one of my homies, we're kind of gonna die there, cause that'll be like the end of our bloodlines. It'll be just like, hey, that's it. What am I gonna do? Cause like, wait, cause hold on, wait.
You're really thinking hard
Well,
about
because I'm
this.
thinking, all right, I can survive during the day. That'd be fine. But at the nighttime, I like to cuddle.
So cuddle with the homie.
Yeah. During the day, I would be fine. To be honest, I don't think I would call for help. Because,
Why? Why not?
well, I mean, once I eventually get used to no technology and no people, it'll be a while for me to rehabilitate back into society. So, like, just live there. Like, make a house.
Don't gotta worry. Don't gotta worry about taxes.
Because pretty much, I am the co-king of the land. But yeah, it'll just be me and the homie, just chilling on an island, surviving, living our best life.
Me and the homies surviving on an island.
Yeah. Let's quickly move on to the next topic, because that went something that I didn't expect it to. Okay, what is a soup? Like, don't worry,
What is a soup?
I'm going somewhere with this. But what is a soup? Like, what is soup?
Let's soup definition. Google. Let's
All
see.
right. What is soup?
Soup is a primarily liquid food, generally served warm or hot.
That
That is made by combining ingredients of meat or vegetables with stock or water.
Okay.
So that's the technical.
However, there is something called tomato soup, which, from my understanding, has no meat or vegetables. So, how can it?
But it's made by a vegetable soup.
Yes. But, like, it's a liquid that combines meat or vegetables into something, right? Which is what you said. So,
But it can be a liquid made of juice or what did it also
stock
say? Why did it
or something.
stock, juice, water, meat or vegetables? So tomato juice tomato soup is basically just
Tomato juice.
liquefied tomato, yeah.
Okay.
And it's hot. It's a hot liquid that you slurp.
And the reason why I bring this up is because it's
Go on.
primarily liquid. That's what you said, right? Primarily, generally served warm or hot. Generally. That means it can, but it's not made to. Right? And they said ingredients can be other ingredients. So, combining all of that logic together is cereal soup.
Is cereal soup. So your main liquid is, I guess, milk.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you have the cereal,
which can
cold soup.
Well, exactly. It could be cold soup.
There is stuff like cold soup that cold exist.
Yeah. And I say this because because it can be other ingredients, and sometimes cereals include like
wheat,
fruits,
sugar,
spices, the like
chocolate.
And I bring this because what Why? Okay, if cereal, if cereal is not soup, then what category does cereal fall under? And by
Cereal.
that matter, what is oatmeal?
Oatmeal is just thick. I don't like cereal or oatmeal.
But it raises the question: what is oatmeal and what is cereal? What categories do they fall under? If you guys agree with me that cereal should be defined as a soup, let me know.
And if you do, good on you, I guess.
Yeah, it would like it would be greatly helpful if you guys could say, hey, cereal is a soup, or hey, cereal is not a soup. And if it's not a soup, it should come up with its own category.
I just found this thing called "Why is cereal not a soup?" question mark. Any other oat or wheat that humans consume are technically cereal. Soup, on the other hand, is defined as a liquid food prepared by boiling. Therefore, soup isn't anything that extracts flavor from a product by letting it soak in broth. In that case, cereal is wheat and soup is stew.
Okay.
Who wrote this?
I don't know.
That was made in 2017.
Yeah, but see, it does bring the question of, can cereal be defined as a soup? And if I'm dumb, I'm dumb. But trust, I'm not that dumb. I hope.
What an interesting topic.
Yeah. We could, like, ignore it and move on if you want. But I really want to see what people say. Is cereal
Soup?
Yeah, I think it is.
I don't eat cereal, so
I think it is a soup. And therefore, from this day on, if I'm probably gonna put like a poll or something in the description and check up on it before we record, before we like next week, like during our next recording, and then we'll check out the results and see if cereal is,
if people actually believe
if people
of
even
cereal
care.
soup.
And two, is cereal a soup? Because I think it is. I think it is. And if I'm dumb, I know, but that I'm gonna just, be comfortable with cereal being a soup of my own free will. Because, yeah. And as we're talking about foods, what is a
Oh, I can already see where this is going.
what is a sandwich?
Google, what's a sandwich? Let's see. I'll read it again. Sandwich definition. A sandwich, an item of food consisting of two pieces of bread with meat, cheese, or other fillings between them, eaten as a light meal.
Okay.
Oh,
Is that all it says?
yeah.
All right. So this begs two questions. Let's start with the first. Yes, two questions. This is, listen. You just said it consists of meat or cheese, right?
Yes, I did.
Then why are peanut butter and jelly sandwiches considered a sandwich if they're not meat or cheese? Because we have tuna fish, we have egg salad, kind of. That one's kind of like an iffy, which we can also bring up.
Well, it says or other fillings between them.
I guess, but
So, like, technically, peanut butter and jelly or jam, whatever you use, whatever you say, that is technically a different filling.
It's an other. All right.
Another filling.
So you're saying a sandwich is bread, two slices of bread,
Mm-hmm.
sliced, so you can cover it with some kind of meat, cheese, or other filling. So one can assume that hot dog is a sandwich
Hmm.
because it has the two slices of bread. They're just connected by a thin thing, but you could always rip it apart and put it on top, and it's
And it breaks
yeah.
easily.
So you usually do that, and it has hot dog, which is meat, if you want to call it that. It can be considered meat. So hot dogs are, yeah,
Sandwiches? I kind of think they are
they are
sandwiches.
sandwiches. 'Cause
But people just think that they're not. Is this a big
what do you put
debate?
on your on general sandwich? It's like what, like bread. You have your turkey or ham. You have cheese, lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise if you like it. Um, I've seen some people in California put on avocado. Sometimes they put sour cream. Sometimes they put mustard. I saw one person put ketchup, which was disgusting, but to each their own. Like, and olives and stuff. Like, there's a lot that goes on a sandwich. But what goes on a hot dog?
Hmm.
Primarily, if you're doing a chili dog, cheese and chili beans, ketchup and mustard. So, you know, they're pretty
But
similar
literally,
if you
yeah.
know. So,
It's just a sandwich with attitude.
exactly, yeah. But so what if it's, you know, not the typical sandwich look? It's still a sandwich, you know?
Yeah,
I'm not wrong because you agree with me, and
I believe
yeah,
you.
you agree with me on this one. So again,
Yeah, not the cereal one, but this one I do.
cereal is a soup. All
Whatever,
right,
whatever makes you
all right
happy.
then. But yes, cereal is a soup that has been established, that has been dealt with. We're
A hot dog is a sandwich. We're glad we can agree on that.
yeah, cereal is a soup. Hot dog is a sandwich. We got this.
I don't know about the cereal part, but hot dog is a sandwich.
Cereal is soup. It is. All
Next,
right, moving on.
next topic.
Okay. Um. So let's go with. Let's bring it back to our childhood for a bit. What is
Okay.
one childhood memory that has like stood out to you? Like when you look back fondly on your childhood, what is one thing that you're just like, wow, that is amazing?
Hmm. What is something amazing that happened in my childhood? Hmm. I don't have you been? Well, I don't know if you've been to Universal Studios.
I don't remember, but I probably might have. I might have not have. I don't know. I'd have to ask my parents.
Well, because this thing is no longer there, but I remembered when I went to Universal Studios, they had a Curious George water. I well, I wouldn't say water park because Universal Studios doesn't have a water park, but it's one of those water
Right.
things that kids can play
Yeah,
on.
kind of like how Disneyland has the no. Wait, am I thinking Disneyland? No, I'm thinking of Knott's. Knott's has the water rapids. I think they're called.
I guess. Yeah. So I remembered one time we went to Universal Studios. We went on it. Well, I went on it because my parents didn't go with me because I was the only one that brought a change of clothes.
Uh huh.
But I remember because You remember the Curious George movie because we've all watched it
We
recently.
have.
They have like a little rocket ship in the middle, and it spouts water at the bottom at the rocket ship,
Uh-huh.
spraying everybody. And that's what I like. I remembered because like the Curious George movie was like one of my favorite movies as a kid, and just going on that water thing
Yeah.
is a fond memory of mine.
That sounds great.
What about you?
As I said, I don't remember it. Um, I know I went on one of. There's apparently like two water rides at um Knott's. Um, that would be. I'm looking it up. I'm sorry. I'm trying to read it real quick.
Yeah, I don't know nuts that well.
There's
I've
the
only been there 2 times.
Calico River Rapids, which apparently has a thrill level of 5. I've been on it. I think that's the one with the boats that, or not the boats, but like the little things that. Okay, thrill level.
The logs?
No, not the logs. That would be the mountain thing.
Oh.
But there's one that the thrill level 1 is low, thrill level 2 is mild, thrill level 3 is moderate, thrill level 4 is high, and thrill level 5 is aggressive. Apparently, a water ride that squirts water at you a little bit is level 5, extremely aggressive. Here is what I do not agree. Wait, it was opened in 2019. I went on that before 2019. What are you talking about? I went on it before 2019. Huh?
Did they get rid of it and put a new thing
No,
on?
it's the Calico River Rapids, which I'm looking at the image, and it's people on the thing. Wait, did I go on it? Yeah, because 2019 I was a June. When this opened, it says, "Oh, it was rethemed." Okay, I was gonna say I've been on it.
Oh,
I
okay.
was on it 4 years ago, and that was 26.
Mm.
But basically, I went on it once because I was like, "Oh, you get wet." Sure. I would like to. I was wearing a white shirt, so I probably shouldn't have, but it's okay. And I'm saying this because when I went on the darn ride, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't get wet. Not
Oh, it lied
not
to
a
you.
single drop. I
Not a
was
single
on
drop?
like, okay, so there's like a thing of like, I think it's like 4 or 5 different chairs on it, and you get to choose where you want to sit. And then we were like, "Hey, sir, is there any way that it could just be like?" Because we were in a group of like, I think 3 or 4, and I was like, "Is there any way that it could just be us on it?" And he said, "Well, you guys are kind of big enough to where I can just give you guys your own." And we're like, "Cool, great." There were 2 chairs.
Is it one of those circly
Yeah,
ones? Okay, I know what you're talking about because I went on that ride
yeah,
too on Knott's.
yeah. I'm looking at an image. Okay, yeah, there's 4. There's 6 chairs.
And you didn't get
Yeah,
wet?
there were 2 chairs open, or 2 chairs close by me, and he said, as soon as the ride starts, do not leave. And I was like, nah, I kind of want to get wet, so let me switch chairs. So I switched chairs because they said whichever chair is wettest will not get wet again. So I picked the driest chair. I was like, yeah, all right, I'm gonna get soaked. Um, So in mid ride, I'm like, all right, let me go hop on that. So I hop on it. I switch chairs, and I'm sitting next to my homegirl, and we're going through the ride, and we're like, yeah, and like it's slowly turning in a circle. It's splashing up and down, like it's going up the miniature waterfalls and hitting the floor, and water splashing everywhere. Ah! All of my friends were like soaked, like to the bone soaked. And I was like, ooh, this is getting good. And it was about the part where I think like towards the end of it, it like goes like to a really big drop or whatever, and it makes a big splash.
Mm, yeah.
Um,
Nothing. You got nothing.
My back was to it. So I was like, ooh, I'm gonna get wet, you know? I was like, ooh, this is gonna be good. I was like getting ready. I was pumping up. My friends are all pulled out their phones to record me. Uh,
You got nothing.
so much build up, like so much build up, and I was so excited. And then we go, da, 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 and then we splash. Water goes everywhere. The chair acted like a shield from all of the water. So
Oh my
the water
god.
went around the chair and hit my friends and our backpacks and everything in there, except for my backpack because it was sitting on my lap.
Oh my god.
So everyone was like legitimately soaked and we're all like wet. I,
And you were the one that was
I
dry.
think this was before they implemented the water heater thing to like dry you off.
Mm.
I think I don't remember. Either way, we didn't go on it. Um, and me, I come prepared in every scenario. I had a backpack full of snacks. I had a moderate amount of money on me. Like I had a bunch of stuff, and well, I also had a spare change of clothes. So
But you didn't
yeah,
need
I
it.
didn't need it. So they're like, "Hey, can I borrow your clothes?" And I was like, "Bro, one, my clothes would be too big for you." 'Cause I was saying that ironically, for two reasons. One, which I can't discuss, and two, because I was short. Um,
Mm.
so I was like, "Hey, buddy, they're not gonna fit you." But he was like pretty much the same height as me because we were all short, and he
Mm-hmm.
was like, dude, just let me. So like, I had to go rush into the restroom, like to go help him change. We're just like walking along, and then a teacher goes back and goes and says, "Hey, um, Brandon," because I'm not gonna say his real name. Um,
Yeah.
uh, I didn't think you were wearing that before. And they were like, no, Jose gave me his clothes. And the teacher was like, oh, wait, Susan, why is your hair wet? And then she goes, we got on the water rapids ride. And they're like, oh, that's so cool. And like, I did my homie's hair. So like, it kind of looked like, like how the models have like their hair when they just get out the shower. They're like, hair, use this body wash, like that type of thing. So
Yeah.
they all looked like that. And then there's me. And then the teacher's just like, oh, Jose, um, your hair's
Did
not
you?
wet. And I was like, yeah. And then teacher's just like, um,
Why?
did you go on the ride with them? And I was like, yeah. And the kids are like, I like, because, teachers had to escort people around, but I was well trusted, so they let me go by myself. So
Mm-hmm.
kids were just like, oh no, you chickened out, didn't you? And I was like, no, I didn't chicken out. And then people were like, then how come you weren't wet? And I was like, well,
I don't know.
let me tell you a story. Not screwed me. But yeah, it was a complete letdown.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were you sitting away from the like steps? Cause like how those circle seats for those rides have like those steps to walk in.
That I can't remember.
Cause that's where you get the most wet if you're near those steps. Cause
I
I
think it
remember.
was because I was the last one on, I think. But
Mm,
which made no sense because I just pulled up a picture of the ride. I'm looking at it. Um, yeah, I believe I was. What
you
the?
were sitting there.
I really got cheated. I
That's so weird then, cause like
Yeah,
when I went
they're
to,
all wet. Okay,
cause like
in the picture I'm looking at, everyone is wet, and I'm not. Like everyone in that picture, and
the world just didn't want you to get wet.
the world couldn't handle wet Jose.
They just knew if everybody saw wet Jose, it was gonna be over.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's so weird. Whenever I get on those kind of rides, because like there's also like a similar one in California Adventure Park,
Yeah.
I always get so soaked.
I'm looking at
And
multiple pictures.
I did get wet on that ride too in knots, but that's so weird.
how did I get cheated out of getting wet? And trust me, fam, I was mad because it's not a short wait either. It's not like, oh, let me go run and do it again. Like, we waited for a half an hour. Everyone got
Wow.
soaked but me. Oh, but it was funny because one of my homeboys that I saw after we got off the ride, he was in the arcade. He was like, "Oh yeah, same thing happened to me." So he started following us, but forgot his phone in the
Oh my
arcade.
god.
So like we're like next in line to go again. I think on the
And
pony.
then he realizes.
We were like going on Pony Express, and I was like, "Hey, give me your phone so I can put it in my backpack," because like I had a backpack. And he's like, "Oh yeah, true." And then he's like, "Wait, where's my phone?" And I was like, "It's with
Uh
your wallet,
oh.
right?" And he goes, "Wait, where's my wallet?" And I was like, "Oh dear."
Oh god.
I was like, "Did you ever take it back from the arcade?" And he was like, "Oh my god." So then he books it back. Um,
He sonicked his way over there.
he did. And then I tried calling him, but I didn't get an answer. So who
Oh
knows?
god.
Yeah.
Who knows what happened to him?
But that would be my fondest memory. And I'm saying
Interesting.
that with no sarcasm at all. Knott's Berry Farm. Not letting me get wet. Want to get wet.
Go to the one in California Adventure Park instead.
I went to
Dude.
California Adventure once in my life, and every ride broke down.
Aw.
I
The
went.
one that always breaks down is the Radiator Springs Cars one. That one always breaks down.
I was so mad because we were pretty much next people in line for that one, and the line didn't
Ooh.
move. And the wait time went from 5 minutes because it was being fixed because it got stuck or something. And then we were waiting and waiting, waiting, and they finally said, "Hey, it's open, you can go." So we went running. We were like next in line, and the wait went from 5 minutes to 95 minutes in a matter of seconds.
Jesus.
And they said, "Oh, sorry, the ride is broken again." And I was like, "Oh my god!" And then we were looking like all these rides. I went on the I went on the Guardians of the Galaxy ride twice. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the first time was great. Second time was a lot better than the first one, like a lot better. And then because I knew what to expect, so like, because I forgot that the Guardians of the Galaxy was taking place in it was like the Tower of Terror or something.
Yeah.
And I never went on the Tower of Terror, so
Oh. So you
when
didn't know what to expect.
so I was like, is it because we entered a room and they were talking about it, and I was like, oh god, it's an escape room, and I was like so excited. I was like, oh yeah, escape room, escape room, escape room.
Why would Disney have an escape room?
I don't know. That's why I got excited. So then I
You're
was like, oh,
dingus.
my guy, tell me everything you know about Guardians of the Galaxy. And then he started giving me like the entire spiel of what Guardians of the Galaxy is. And then they said, is it just the two of you? And I was like, yeah. And we got on the ride. We're sitting there, we're chilling. And I didn't expect it to like start so suddenly. Like, cause I'm sitting there, they have the projection or whatever. And then we're just chilling, we're looking at it, and I'm just like, oh, it's one of these boring little like movie rides.
Little
Uh
did you know.
I was literally about to tell something to like my friend who was sitting next to me, and I was like, "Hey, dude, I don't think this ride is gonna be good." And then my voice got caught in my throat because we just dropped.
Because you just dropped down.
Yeah, and then I'm laughing, right? But I can't laugh because we keep going up and down and up and down. And at one point, I got so scared that like I wanted to grab something, but like I couldn't grab anything in time, so I just grabbed my friend's hand and just held on for dear. And like he was like laughing at me afterwards, like, "Dude, why are you so scared?" And I'm like, "My guy, I thought I was gonna die. So like I'm like gripping his hand so hard that my hand started like cramping up, and then like we get, how like they bring you all the way to the top of it and then drop you all the way back
And
down.
then
I
take you
did
all the way to the top,
I
take your picture, drop you down.
did not like that, like, at all. Because we're up there, like I'm smiling and laughing, but it was one of those like I'm scared and I think I'm gonna die like laughs. We just dropped. But the second time, we spent 15 minutes trying to convince this one girl to get on the ride. And when she finally got on the ride, think of like a baby throwing a tantrum,
Oh God.
but like not like and punching everything, but more of just like I'm scared and I don't want to do this.
Oh God.
So she
Why did
so
you drag her into this?
because she kept saying, "Oh, if you go on, I'll go on," and I was like, "I've been on this already. I'm down." Um, and I didn't get to enjoy the ride because I was too busy enjoying her reaction to it. At one point, she grabbed onto because I looked at the person. I was like, "Hey, she's kind of scared. So first of all, I want you to make sure she can't get off the ride, and secondly, can you sit her in the middle of us? So like she's stuck." She's like, yeah, we can do that. So I'm sitting by the aisle, my friend's sitting on the other side, and oh my god, she was like kicking and stuff, and there was like these two ladies in the front of us,
Oh.
and one of the ladies got kicked in the back of the head, and
Oh.
yeah, like full force kick too, not like a little itty bitty. Yeah. It was more of a boom, and like because the lady was like laughing and talking like yay, and like she was reassuring the girl like, do you enjoy the ride, honey? Do you like the and then like she like I'm looking at the lady because like how there's some lights keep flashing on and off. The lady is like laughing and her head's back and then randomly just shoots forward, and then like she picks up her hand and she's rubbing the back of her head, and
Oh.
but I was laughing too, and like in the picture that we took, my friend was just like, his face was being covered because she was holding on to him, but he had like two fingers up and his face was like screaming, "Help me!" And it was so funny. And the lady, like after the ride, was like, I hope she's okay, but next time, you should probably sit her in the front. And I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think that was probably most memorable of the knots. Besides the fact that I went onto the Little Mermaid ride 7 times. It had no weight.
That
So-
one never has a wait. It's just you just walk in and you just get on the ride and it's just so fun.
But I also didn't like it because like we just got a coffee.
Oh.
That was like, you can't have that anywhere near here. So we're just like, all right, Esteban, I will get rid of it. And they're like, Jose, down this. And I was like, huh? Because I just got off of FaceTime. And I was like, huh, what? Because I just get like lunged, like pushed coffee into my hands. And I was like, I'm down. And I just start chugging the thing.
Oh God.
And one of the workers looks at me, smiles, and says, "You like it, huh?" And I was like, "Huh?" And like I had like the coffee like dripping down the side of my mouth, so like
Oh no.
like it really looked like I was drooling. Oh crap! No, just look, the audio cut out for a lot of that, but at least you'll hear it. The guy,
There was drool coming down your face when you chugged the coffee.
yeah. And then we got on the ride, and it was like we had a group of like 4, and we kept like switching who we were sitting with, and each time we would be sitting with someone new. And then it was just us, and then us again, and then us again, and then the guy's like, "Wow, you really like this ride, huh?" And I was like, "Mister, it's pretty much a free ride. I love it." And we took a picture with him. It was so nice. I think I have the picture on my phone somewhere. But yeah, I much prefer Knott's over California Adventure.
Mm.
And you don't want to get me started on the Incredicoaster.
I haven't been on the Incredible Coaster. I just know that ride as California Screaming, and that's it.
Um, I've never been on the Incredicoaster either. Although I waited 75 minutes to get on it, and then it broke down when I was next in line.
Weird.
So the entire line of people who were waiting were getting mad, and I got like I was the maddest. And I speak my mind.
Yep.
I just started yelling at California Adventure Park in general, not at like a worker or anything. And then people in the line were just like, "Yeah, yeah, I agree." And I was like, "What?" And, and I was like, "Huh?" And then the guy just like some random dude just walks up to me and like with this thick Australian accent, just tells me like, "Hey," like it was thick, bro. And he was just like, "You the man," and I was like, "Huh?"
Hazel man.
And I had to pee so badly, and I was like, if I pee myself on an Incredicoaster, at least I have a story to tell. So like when I found out, I was like, yes, I can go use the restroom. So I'm like trying to leave while this weird Australian man is telling me like I'm the man, and I'm just like, okay, now,
I guess I'm the man now.
yeah. What about you? What are some rides on California Adventure?
Right. California Adventure. Well, I liked Tower of Terror better than Guardians of the Galaxy.
I haven't been
It,
on Tower of Terror, so I can't comment. But what makes you say so?
I just like the creepy elements of Tower of Terror
Wasn't
more.
it ghosts or something?
Yeah.
God, I wish.
And the whole hotel was like covered in like creepy it's kind of, I guess, like Haunted Mansion but more.
Yeah.
And I just like that element better. And I don't really like the Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
You don't? Well,
Not really.
I am. Well, we. I mean, I guess we can talk about it. I don't really. I'm not caught up on Marvel.
Mm.
I know DC fairly well, and I say fairly well because if you're talking about like DC shows like The Flash, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl, etc., sure, I got you. But when it comes to who was better than this person, who fought in this war, and this and this and this, I'm like, uh-huh,
Uh-huh.
great. As I'm frantically looking up answers to your questions.
Hmm.
Yeah,
But yeah.
but
And
that's
then
me.
then there's the water ride. It's like bear something. There's like a gigantic statue of a bear in front of it. And then what other ride? Did you get on Soaring?
Yes, I did, and oh my god, I got scared for the first 30 seconds because I've played so many horror games that when they said, you know, hey, we're about to get soaring, and I'm so used to for instance, like let's say like you're on the ride, but then the seatbelts unbuckle and then you just start plummeting and then you
Oh
land on the floor.
god.
All these like people trying to charge at you. Or like you're in the middle of like this guy, and I was like, oh my god, what if we die? And they're like, we're not gonna die. And I'm like, well, no, we're not gonna die, but the people who we are gonna die. And like, what are you talking about? And then I was like, look at that mountain, because like you look through mountains, and I was like, it's gonna explode. And then just like, dude, I've been on this ride before, and I'm like, yeah, but what if it's different this time?
Oh
And
my
people just,
god.
yeah, that was their reaction. Oh my god, dude, quiet now. Like, but what if it's different? What if it's different? What if it's not the same?
What if it's not the same? What if I die?
So they gave me chocolate to shut me up.
Trying to get a little kid to shut up, give him food.
Yeah. And it was funny because at one point I was thinking, God, am I being treated like a little kid? Because like it was literally just like like it was literally, if I give you candy, will you please shut up? And I was like, well, it depends
I
what.
guess.
And then they're just like, I got chocolate, and I'm like, what kind of chocolate? Like milk chocolate. I was like, oh, gimme. And the person's
You
like,
are a little kid.
aren't you like, can you would you have to use a restroom? And I looked at him like, dude, maybe, I'm not sure, but by this. And then we were standing in line, and after I ate the chocolate, I was like scream singing songs. And it was such a long wait that like this one dude behind me in line started singing along to me, but his voice was so much better. And I felt attacked, so I just stopped singing. And homie was like, "Oh, why'd you stop?"
I forgot about the Monsters Incredible ride. How could I forget about that one?
Mike Wazowski, nothing to see here. That was the first ride I went on. This is another story, mainly because we were trying to find our friends, but we were like, hey, let's use the restroom first. And it was the buddy system of you got to stay with your buddy, you know. So, you know, I stayed with my buddy. And eventually the two of us got lost track of the other two. And we were like, damn it, we're going to get in trouble, you know. So we were just like, let's hop on a ride and hopefully our teacher won't find us. So we hop on the first ride that we saw. And I started like trying to like communicate with the buddy. We were like sitting down and stuff, and we made a few jokes. And then immediately after that, we hopped onto Guardians of the Galaxy. I thought it was an escape room. It wasn't. I'm still big sad about it not being an escape room. I want to do one so bad. An escape room, I mean.
I don't think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Disney would do something like that.
Yeah, but it'd be really cool. I just want COVID to be gone so I could do an escape room. Cause I mean, they're fun, no?
I've never been on. I've never done one, so I don't know.
Not have I, but like, fam, they should be fun.
Sounds fun.
It does sound fun. And with my ADHD and
Are you? Well, I don't think. No. Well, I'm just still gonna ask. Are you a fan of like Disney park performances?
like
In the parks?
like actual trained professionals or like schools performing, like a
No, like at
or
the parks.
like that one
Let
dude
me finish.
that was dancing and then Goofy started dancing with him, like that type of stuff.
No, I said let me finish.
Well, I'm trying to like see what you're talking about.
Well, you don't let me say it.
All right, finish.
Cause like for California Adventure Park, well, this is gone now. There was a Bugs Life performance. You like sit down on these chairs, and then there's like an experience of like the Bugs Life movie, like with animatronics and stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like that kind of performance where you sit down.
I haven't seen The Bug's Life.
I know you haven't, but you didn't go to the performance thing.
The first time I've ever gone to California Adventure Park was last year in
Oh, so all the Bugs Life stuff is gone. So why am I even asking?
but earlier this year in like February. Oh yeah, February. Ugh, we're gonna skip over February. We can talk about February and some other next recording.
Okay, but yeah, it doesn't matter then because the Bugs Life stuff was gone by then.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about like how they have like specific like events that you have to come at a specific time, and then they're just like, hey, here.
No, I'm talking about like the sit down experiences because there was the Bugs Life one and then there was a Muppets one, but they're both gone.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
Damn.
At
That's
first,
a fond memory I have.
yeah, at first I thought you were talking about like
The parades and stuff?
no, not the parades. Parades are a different thing. I thought you were talking about like how they have street performers, but like actually verified street performers. And like the people in the costumes come out and just start like dancing or like
like the news, like the Newsly people? You know what Newsly is? The Paper Boys? Barbershop
No,
Quartets?
no. I was talking about like
Okay.
how like at one point a person was like there was music playing because a person was like playing the music, and then some random fans started dancing to the music, and then like Goofy and Mickey and them started coming out and dancing with the fan to the music. And then at one point,
Oh, so you're talking about like those dance circle thingies.
not like dance circle, I'm saying like as an example of a street performer who was verified by Disney to actually perform at Disney. But
Mm.
like the costume people, I mean the real Mickey and Minnie jump in, assist.
Okay.
We are well over an hour. You want to keep going?
If you want to,
Sure, why not?
you you call the shots.
I guess we'll record for a few more minutes. All right. What was your favorite ride at Disneyland?
Disneyland.
Like legitimately Disneyland.
For the longest time, it's been Pirates of the
Do it.
Caribbean. But since
Yeah.
why did you knew it?
You seem like the kind of person that would like Pirates of the Caribbean.
But until 2 years ago, I think it might be battling against Indiana Jones.
That's the one where you're on the. Oh,
The cart?
yeah, you're on the mine cart thing, and like it keeps stopping and going and stopping and going, and like they have the real life person.
It's not a real life person.
No, for wasn't it?
No, it was a projector.
What?
You thought a real life person was there when the ball was coming?
Only no. For that I knew there wasn't. But I'm only saying that because after I got off the ride and they said sorry, we have to close to take a break. I saw a person in the full Indiana Jones outfit come out from the staff area, wipe sweat off his brow, and head off to lunch.
What?
Yeah, that's why I was like,
It's always well. You mean at the well? You didn't get to see the end, did you, of the ride? Where
where he climbs the wait, hold on, not climb.
where he at the end of the ride he's like getting sweat off him, and then he says goodbye to you, or like he says a quote from the movie. But I thought that was an animatronic.
I thought it was. I saw a guy.
Maybe because the ride broke down, they just had someone do that.
Just the final part of goodbye. Yeah, no, I like that ride.
Maybe.
I also liked that. Oh no, that one's at Knott's.
This isn't nuts. We're talking about Disneyland.
Yeah. I like the one. I okay.
Explain it to me.
There's a few that I've liked. There's the one where you're on the canoe and you're going back and forth and back and forth.
Canoe?
Or like you're on some type of boat and you have to like paddle the boat because they give everyone paddles and then you're like paddling it along.
Oh, you're talking about that? Is that counted as a ride? Because don't you have to do that manually by yourself?
Yeah, but it's an experience. What are rides? Yeah. It'd be that one. The mountain one where you just plop.
Which mountain? There's Splash Mountain. There's Thunder Mountain.
The mountain one where you just plop. I think
What
it's
do
called Splash
you
Mountain.
mean?
I think it's called Splash Mountain. I think.
Is it? Do
You're
you
in
sit on a log?
You're in a log.
Okay, yes, it's Splash Mountain.
Okay, cool. I was hesitant because I was like, was it at Knott's? Yeah, no.
But the way you described it was like you just plop, and I'm like, what does that mean?
And then I liked the
Come on, explain it to me. I know these rides.
I'm trying to remember myself. I remember there was one where it was like a long waiting time, but like, but the ride wasn't even worth it.
A ride that wasn't worth it.
I don't know, but it was in some kind of building. But I didn't really like that ride because, like I said, it wasn't worth it. So that was it for the first ever Justice Idiots podcast with terrible quality everything, except for commentary because we're amazing.
We're amazing. You can't say otherwise.
We are. We're very amazing. Hope you enjoyed.
Like and subscribe.
If you have anything you would like to say, like my favorite part, or you wanted to comment on
Or if
anything
you have
said,
any ideas.
the support would be greatly appreciated. I mean, we're still going to do this regardless.
Whether you like it or not.
You're stuck with us. But we'd really like it if you guys enjoyed. Give us your input. We value it. If you're going to do any criticism, please make it constructive criticism.
Make sure you check your grammar.
Oh yeah, that too, because some people be mean, but like they sound weird, so like it's funny.
We're newbies at this. Don't have so much expectations for us at the start.
Oh yeah, at the start, what you mean? We're gonna grow into some expectations? I mean, come on. Who are we?
Just us idiots.
And you think we're gonna get better? Our name is legitimately Idiots. Come on. Yeah. Well, that's it, everybody. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on Thanksgiving.
Yes. Have a wonderful day, night, good day, whatever time zone.
Whenever you're listening.
Afternoon.
Yeah. And we'll see you on Thursday/Friday.
Bye. Bye.